What's up YouTube? This is an updated video review of the 1/6 scale DC icon statues of the Justice League produced by Gentle Giant. Here we have the Flash, Aquaman, Superman, Cyborg, and Batman. These are the 5 figures released in 2014. Get all of these figures at badasscollectibles.com. Check them out. Now the figures themselves, they're 1/6 scale, which means with the base, they're about 10¼ inches high. The base is about a ½ inch thick. Figures themselves, I would say, are about 9½ to 9¾ tall, and with the bases, they're about 10¼ inches tall. Batman was the first to be released earlier this year, I believe in about February. Then a few months after that, Cyborg was released. A few months later, Superman was released, and recently both Flash and Aquaman were released simultaneously. Though I believe the promo photos, I was aware of an Aquaman statue before I was aware of a Flash. In the coming months, there will be a Green Arrow figure, as well as a few months after that, a Shazam. I haven't seen any promotional photos for any other figures such as Wonder Woman or Green Lantern, but I'm assuming they'll be out later on next year in 2015. Like I said, these statues are produced by Gentle Giant, and what I like about them is that unlike Kotobukiya, Gentle Giant, they do great facial expressions and the paint scheme on their flesh tones are very believable and realistic. Giving the figures a very distinctive look to them. Like the Kotobukiya figures, I like them. However, they're very generic and anime-like in their facial expressions, giving them no real identity. This Flash, although his boots are a matte yellow, the rest of him is a metallic red, as you can see. And of course the great flesh tone in the face. You see his skin, then his lips are pink, and then you see his blue eyes. Same can be said with all of these statues. Aquaman has a different hue to his skin tone. He's blonde. Superman, even in his hands, you can see the paint scheme. Cyborg probably has the best contrast because you get to see Victor Stone. See the color of his lips, the gloss in his shine in his eye, his skin, his hair, and then you see the cybernetic Cyborg with the metallic silver and red. That's great contrast. As well as with Batman, like I said, initially I wasn't going to get Batman. I was just going to get perhaps Superman and then the Flash and Aquaman. But like I said, once I saw Cyborg, I saw how nice he was and the detail in his face, and decided to get him, and then I decided to actually get all of the statues. Another critique is the material made out of the cape, as in Batman and in Superman. The benefits, of course, are that you can pose them to give them a different look. I have Superman with his cape in the air. It's a thick cloth. I wish it had been either a thinner cloth or a nylon, like a material made out of umbrellas, or maybe even a vinyl. Also, the color scheme on Batman is not the best. I think this should have been more of a gunmetal color, and his belt could have been like more metallic. Although I do like the difference in his boots. He has a matte black at the bottom and then a glossy black on the boot top. Same thing with his gloves. And I wish his cowl would have been more of a gloss instead of this matte. Although, like I said, this was the first figure, so I'm guessing they were still trying to find their niche. Since then, the rest have that shiny look to them. That's where Batman still kind of has like a matte finish, although his shoulder and his knee pads are a shinier gray than the rest of him. A good contrast in the matte black and then shiny metallic silver. These statues, of course, produced by Gentle Giant, and I think they really exceed other companies in how they do their facial features and their paint application. The flesh tones are very realistic, and then the metallic body finishes are very nice as well. I think as the statues come along, like I said, Flash and Aquaman are the latest. They're getting their look, I think, better. I think is a vast improvement from the Batman as far as paint scheme to how Aquaman and the Flash. I think as the other statues come out, they'll also be getting better. That is the trident. You have to put that corner piece on it and slide it through his fists. Anyway, like I said, these are 1/6 scale, produced by Gentle Giant. These are the DC Icon statues. With the base, they're about 10¼ inches high. The figures themselves are about 9½ to 9¾ inches high. This is the line so far. These 5 League figures: Batman, Cyborg, Superman, Aquaman, and the Flash all have their own distinctive look and flesh tones. Looking forward, Green Lantern will be coming out. Excuse me, Green Arrow, and then Shazam. Those are the only 2 figures that they have promo photos to. But I'm guessing that in 2015, along with Green Arrow and Shazam, there will be a Wonder Woman and a Green Lantern figure coming. Again, get these figures at badasscollectibles.com. Gentle Giant DC Icon statues. I would say the best lineup of statues right now on the market. They're really that good. Tell me what you guys think. Do you agree that these are a good line of statues, or do you not like them? Or what can be improved upon them? I would say what everybody thinks. The only critique that major that I've heard of are the material in the capes. But like I said, you can pose them to give them a look. And I'm sure as time goes by, they'll make them even better. DC Icon statues: Flash, Aquaman, Superman, Cyborg, Batman. badasscollectibles.com